Yo, what's happening, guys? I'm the Unknown Legend, and welcome back to another video of Video Game Storytime. It has been a while since I've done one of these, and you know what? That's kind of a shame, man, because I really miss it. But we're back, and today we are going to be talking about yet another topic in Call of Duty Zombies. Why was Maralton in the bunker on NUKETOWN? If you guys are excited for this video today, please leave a like and subscribe. It would help me out a whole bunch. But without further ado, let's get started. So before we start talking about why was Maralton at NUKETOWN to begin with, we need to talk about more of what NUKETOWN is. So, if you're not familiar with NUKETOWN, it's a multiplayer map. It's one of my personal favorites, and it's one of the COD community's favorites. I mean, it's been remade like 8 times. But that's just on the multiplayer side. On the zombies side, it's a little bit of a different story. NUKETOWN is a broken arrow facility. More specifically, it is a drilling facility to obtain more element 115. In fact, if you look at the loading screen, you can see the drill that they're showing. You see a guy in like a hazmat suit, and you see the big drill. It looks like it's underwater. I don't know why it looks like that, but it's basically just a drilling facility to get more element 115. Now, since element 115 is like radioactive in nature, something happened where when they were drilling, it exploded. And that is what the mushroom cloud is. It is not a nuke that went off, which is what a lot of people thought for a while. It's actually the drill that exploded. It hit element 115 and it just boom, made big boom. And as a result of that, everybody who worked at NUKETOWN died. That is why there are zombies there, because there's element 115 in the air and they breathed it or whatever. Basically, that's why there's zombies there, because there's element 115 there and everybody died. NUKETOWN also takes place the same time that Moon is going on. That's why around 26 or so, the zombies' eyes change color because Richtofen does his whole thing. That's not so much as important to what we're talking about, though, which was, why is Maralton there in the first place? So, if we look at Maralton as a character, we can infer that he is an average day nerd. I mean, if you just listen to some of his voice lines, you can tell this dude is a freaking nerd. Like,
This device will prove my mental superiority once and for all.
I don't know what to tell you. It's just some of his quotes are, I'm not gonna lie, he's one of my least favorite characters just because he's so freaking annoying. We also have to keep in mind that NUKETOWN takes place on October 13th, 2025, so pretty much modern day. As well, we can infer that Maralton is probably some kind of like electrical engineer or somebody of that nature. Like, he probably fixes, I don't know, computers for a living, something like that. In fact, in Toten, he talks about like having a gaming setup or something to do with like a keyboard or something like that.
Vintage supercomputers. Fascinating. I wonder if they have games on them.
So he's pretty much just like an average nerd, like I said already. So this is the theory that I've come up with. Maralton was online, he was browsing forums, and he saw talk of Broken Arrow and what they were doing. Think of it like online conspiracy theories for like UFOs and stuff, but in terms of COD zombies. So we take that and we get a story of where he wanted to find out more for himself, so he decided to travel to NUKETOWN and see what they were doing there. Now we can also infer that the minute he got there is when the drill was about to explode. And I'm going somewhere with this, so and I've got evidence to back this up, so I'm not just pulling this out of my ass. Let's say, when he got there, the drill was about to explode, so he saw the bunker and decided to take cover. Then, you know, the drill explodes, everybody dies. And if you look at this Chronorium entry, it says that exact thing. It says, October 13th, 2025, a nuclear bomb explodes outside of NUKETOWN as a result of Broken Arrow's drilling. CIA and CDC operatives arrived to find an undead outbreak already in progress. That's why when you go there and you're playing as either the CIA or the CDC and you knife the bunker, you can hear Maralton hiding in there because he went there to, you know, get some answers for himself and found that there were zombies there, so he decided to hide. And then afterwards, after all the CIA and CDC members die, you see at the end screen the missile from Moon coming down. It hits and then the place gets exploded. As it says in the entry, one of the missiles from Moon hits NUKETOWN, killing all on sight except for Marlalton Johnson, who survives by hiding in a nuclear bunker. And if you look very, very closely, right before the screen turns black after the end screen, you can see the door to the bunker like closing real quick. Now, personally, I've always had one of two theories in mind. Either one, when they were filming this, the LOD distance or the call distance or whatever you want to call it was too far away, so as the missile was dropping down and the camera was moving close to the door wasn't loaded in, and then right as it got close it loaded in and it looked like it shut. That's a possibility. Or they're going with the fact that Maralton jumped in the bunker and closed it real quick. Either one really works, but I like to think the Maralton story is the canon story, just because I think it's a little bit more cool. And finally, at the end, we can infer that after, maybe a couple days or however long it took, Maralton opened the bunker and eventually found his way to meet up with Misty. They got to the diner, and everybody met up. They met up with Russman and Stuhlinger, and they formed Victus. And then we had the worst zombies crew up until the Chaos crew. Hot take, I know. I don't care. Anyways, yeah, that is pretty much the story of why Maralton was in the bunker. Thank you to this comment for giving me the inspiration to make this video. I also just wanted to know why Maralton was in the bunker myself, even though I thought I already knew. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I know it was kind of short. I'm still getting back into the groove of making YouTube videos. I've had a lot of big stuff happen in life right now, but trying to get back into it. It's fun. I like it. It's fun. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.